Remember, there are more of us.
There are more of us. There are more of us.
Hello there, Kyle here. I'm learning a lot of very upsetting things in the past 24 hours. I want to be clear. Had I known any of this prior, I would have never have agreed to participate in this video. Kyle here. Such ugly behavior has no place in this fandom. Kyle here.
Star Wars is for everyone.
For everyone.
The Disney shills were eaten alive by the SJWs. The video was taken down, but the damage was just beginning. John Hoey of the Resistance broadcast, former friend of Pete Fletzer, revealed something shocking.
I have to get this off my chest. No, I will not be sharing the There Are More of Us video going around. I've taken the high road for years, but I'm fed up with possible false perceptions about me and my podcast. A fallout of us staying mostly quiet in the wake of others' awful behavior toward us as a podcast and as individuals. That video was organized and made by a dude who mocked my co-host for taking time away from TRB due to complications from a life-threatening childbirth.
There is no room for
misogyny.
Made it a mission to try to take down our podcast, revealed by multiple former podcast colleagues of his in separate conversations.
There is no room for
misogyny.
Among other things, then after apologizing for years of disgusting behavior, he proceeded to unfollow us immediately after we declined to participate in his marathon charity stream.
Social media should be a place where we can share our love for the franchise.
Others declined too, but he admitted to me he didn't unfollow them because they had hundreds of thousands of YouTube subscribers. It doesn't stop there. His co-host used a burner account called Steve Palpatine to harass me and my podcast, including in the chat during our live shows.
Social media should be a place where we can share our love for the franchise.
We caught him and he admitted everything. It gets harder to take the high road when I see performative bullshit about coming together as a community from dudes who have done and said awful things to actual good people in fandom and the podcast community for years.
Star Wars is for everyone.
When someone attacks you for being who you are.
There's so much more, but I think this helps paint the picture of what me and TRB dealt with for years, and I'm just tired of fakes, phonies, and assholes. This is so messed up. You both are absolute class, and I appreciate what you bring to the community. This is absolutely disturbing. I genuinely feel saddened by all of this. That's horrible and unacceptable. I'm so sorry you both had to go through that. I learned a few years back how bad things were getting just around the time of the pandemic. Disavowed and moved away from the entire group surrounding him. It's only gotten worse as time has gone on. This community is not as united like some people try to paint it. This is awful! I'm so sorry you had to deal with that. It's just disgusting. I did defend that video as I thought it was a positive thing. But knowing that it was organized by someone like this, I don't feel right defending it further. Thank you for speaking out about this. John, I'm really sorry to hear you all had to go through this. Reading this is hard, so I can't imagine how you feel. I returned to this community for a safe space, and I'm really glad you shined a light on the hypocrites that try to abuse that. This is the high road. Nothing against you, OP, but funny how so many staunch defenders of the video are now realizing how messed up after a white guy said so. Do you all realize how messed up this is? When marginalized folks tell you to pay attention, please do so.
Pete Fletzer mocked a pregnant woman. This aligns perfectly with content I've previously made about him. John didn't want to do anything with Pete Fletzer's podathon, and that made Pete Fletzer big mad. Star Wars Sexplained once appeared on this podcast.
The one and only two people that I trust with my explaining, and that is Alex and Molly. Y'all are doing great. I can't wait for this next segment.
Such ugly behavior has no place in this fandom. Kyle-Katan here.
Maddie Stone, who was in the video, got red-pilled.
I'm just learning so much information now. I had absolutely no idea about any of this. I'm fairly new on here and don't know anyone's past. I feel horrible for participating in that video, and I'm so incredibly sorry this happened.
Darth Chaco wanted to get more information.
You owe me nothing, but please let me know if you have a brief moment to chat.
Louise Julie learned what kind of monster Pete Fletzer is.
As a participant in this video, I was very unaware of this information, and I'm very glad people are speaking out about it. Star Wars Outlaws!
Star Wars Outlaws!
Pete Fletzer was exposed. The Disney shills that participated in his now deleted video turned on him.
You never even asked me any questions.
This account follows all that were involved. Only a few continue to follow Pete Fletzer. The shills were dividing, imploding. Any shills that weren't in the video also proceeded to unfollow him. The Sexplains don't follow Pete anymore. Maybe it was because of this situation or something different. John Hoey is only red-pilling more people about the awful behavior of Pete Fletzer. The comedy didn't stop with Pete Fletzer's cancellation. Another shill from the video had something to hide, and it got exposed.
Star Wars is for everyone.
Regardless of gender.
Or identity.
Social media should be a place where we can share our love for the franchise.
Without being attacked for what we enjoy.
I am becoming more powerful than any Jedi has ever dreamed of.
Your arrogance blinds you. Now you will experience the full power of the dark side.
When someone attacks you for being who you are,
Remember,
there are more of us.